Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Building a Nation with Team Canada, and today we begin our preparations for the 2022 World Cup. That's right, if you missed it in previous episodes, Canada has qualified for the 2022 World Cup. Now unfortunately, our draw has not been kind. We'll take a look at the World Cup groups. Group stage, you can see we are in Group B. We were labeled a fourth tier team, so we were one of the lowest ranked teams in the competition, and we've been plopped into Group B alongside Argentina, England, and South Korea. I think all three teams have the possibility of making it out of this group, and I think, optimistically, you could say Canada has a chance to get out of this group. So that's four teams, all with the possibility of getting out of this group. Now, England and Argentina, they are great teams. There's no question about it. They've got lots of players, lots of outstanding players. Argentina, take a look at their profile here. You can see they're ranked 5th in the world. That is, pretty bad for us. England, likewise, tremendous amount of players with, who are household names. Harry Kane on down. So they've got a ton of just talented players, and they're ranked 9th in the world rankings. That is not so good. Even South Korea, we played their under-23s. We beat their under-23s for a bronze medal in the Olympics, but they have plenty of very good players as well. However, they're the most beatable team in the group. So we have to beat South Korea, and then we have to hope that either Argentina or England, or both of them, slip up. And, these two nations in particular have been known to slip up on the international stage. So it's not completely hopeless. There's some possibilities here. But in order to make the most of our World Cup experience, we're going to train for it very hard, and we're going to prepare for it very diligently, and that begins with early season friendlies, and we have two difficult ones ahead of us. We have Sweden and Chile. Sweden, again, very excellent team, excellent players, ranked 39th in the world, so that's pretty good. Take a look at the world rankings. A few things have changed. You can see Mexico has jumped up to 14th in the world. I don't know how they jumped up, but they definitely did. We can take a look at their schedule. They've got Jamaica coming up in the Nations League semifinal, so maybe that's what's boosted them up. Can we take a look at last year? The end of the year, they beat UAE in the World Cup playoffs. I don't know that that's enough to boost them from, they were like 26th up to 14th. So I have no idea how Mexico jumped up, but they did. USA is the second best team in North America currently. There's Chile at 25th, USA at 23rd. So we've beaten USA before. And Chile is apparently not quite as good. We've beaten Jamaica before. There's the third best team in North America. So if Chile is in that range, they're beatable. Theoretically, anyway. You can't really compare, I think, apples to apples here, because Chile plays in South America, which has much tougher teams than North America. So, it's hard to say, but we can at least have some hope. We're all about hope in this save. And then down here in 52nd is Team Canada. We are the 4th best team in North America. So, with that being said, today's game is against Sweden. They've got, like I said, an excellent team. Small nation, comparatively, 9.45 million, but they do have outstanding players who play all over Europe. Take a look at their top players. Emil Forsberg for Villarreal, Ludwig Augustinsson for Lyon, Victor Lindelof, of course, Man United, Albin Ekdal for Strasbourg, John Guidetti for West Ham, Oscar Helmick for Genoa. So they've got, very good players. They've got a pretty good Premier Division. We send players to Premier Division whenever we get the opportunity because it is, it's 3-star reputation. It's a pretty good competition. So overall, Sweden should be an incredibly tough opponent for us, but we might have some things in store for Sweden. So let's see. Is there anything else going on? Oh yeah, there is something else going on. The under 20s. They've got some friendlies going on as well. They recently beat the Bahamas 4-0. Then they've got Chile, a game against Chile coming up pretty soon. Several of our players are on this team. Lucic is there. Cerbelli, one of the guys we've been keeping track of, is now 18 years old, playing for TFC 3. Still has lots of potential. Still is a very good playmaker. But we'll see what happens when he turns, well, I guess he's 18 now, so you'd think Toronto FC would call him out of that. Let's get to the match preview for today's match. I'm going to try to get both games in, Sweden and Chile, because they're just friendlies. So here we go. We have never played Sweden before. Head coach, Bartos. Grelak. Sure. I don't know. He sounds like an alien. But anyway, he's a pretty good coach. Decent attacking, very good man management, disciplinarian. He's been in the Swedish program for a while, been their under 21s coach, and now since 2020 he's been the senior team coach. Let's see, anything else going on? We are playing in Sweden. 31,000 tickets sold. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that stadium, or am I? Ullevi Göteborg, sure. 43,000 capacity, so it's not quite a sellout, but should be a decent crowd. 33 degrees and breezy. That's a bit chilly, even for our Canadian boys, but we'll do the best we can. Team selection. We're going with the Z formation because I looked at their formation, and it seems to me that they're going to try to play defensive and sit back. So we're going to try to control the ball and just sort of keep the ball as much as possible. Now we've got one issue to pay attention to. Tamori has abysmal morale currently, and that's no good. I don't think he wanted to be called up for this friendly. So we're going to sub him out at half. Nobody else has, we haven't been given any instructions for any of these guys. Nobody has said, don't play our dudes. But this abysmal situation, I don't like it. Last time this happened, one of our guys just got a yellow card and got himself kicked out. So if Tamori starts putting up any sort of nonsense, we're going to get him out of there. Captain has been selected. T-Bert will take the armband today. That's fine. Called up mostly starters. Not a lot of experimentation going on with this lineup. So it looks like they've changed things around, but that's fine. They've gone to the 4-3-3, which is much more attacking than what their previous formation was, which was like a 4-4-2 with two defensive midfielders. So it was a very defensive formation. But what I found is playing against the 4-3-3, it's best to try and keep possession. So we're going to do that. Uh-oh. I didn't realize we have Lutweiler in goal. That's fine. It's fine. No problems. Cabra, Rocco, Jaguar, Tamori on defense. I started Rocco basically because our other defenders were tired. He's a good defender. There's no question about that. He's at the level to play on this team, but he's also got a partnership with Jaguar. So the two of them in there together have a partnership. Norman and T-Bert in the midfield, they also have a partnership, but also Piet got a slight injury beforehand. He was twisted ankle or something for a couple of days, so I wanted to rest him, and we'll play Piet against Chile, but then we can have Piet and Arfield in midfield next game, and again we'll have this partnership here against Sweden with Norman and T-Bert. And then we got Millar on the left. We're going to try and experiment with him on the left, Davies on the right, Osario in the middle, and Cavallini up top. We're saving David for the next game against Chile. He was a little tired coming into this match, so I thought I'd save him. And, we've got a lot of choices now at wingers with Miller, or Millar, however you want to pronounce it. With him in there, He can play left, he can play right a little bit, he can play striker. So we got a lot of flexibility with all these guys. And Davies, he's not great on the right, but he can play on the right as well. This is your chance to impress me. Let's go. End the pep talk. So the plan is, okay, what are we gonna do here? Is the plan? I think we're okay. I think Svanberg we want to keep an eye on. The plan here is to hold possession, keep it away from them and their strikers. Look at all those Canadian fans who showed up. Took the, 12-hour flight or whatever it is to Sweden. Is it that far? I don't know. I don't know if it's that long of a flight. I've never flown internationally like over the Atlantic Ocean, so I have no idea how long it takes. I heard it takes 6 hours from like New York to London. So, another 6 hours gets you to Sweden. Sure, why not? Why the heck not? We'll go take a slow plane to Sweden, kind of like a slow boat to China. Let's focus on the game. How about that? 15 minutes in, looking pretty good so far. They've only got one shot. Okay, close down on Augustinsson. He can really close the ball fine. Looks like both teams sort of taking it easy here. We've only got 51% possession. I'd like to get more possession than that. Millar's got a yellow card real quick. No sign of agitation so far from Tomori. We'll check his behavior at halftime. Here we go. Sweden with the first highlight. Corner, drops it off. Svenberg back out to Forsberg. Davies wins the header. Come on, boys. Let's get our shape back defensively. 3 men collapse. Yeah, our defense got a little wacky there. Svanberg takes advantage. He was open at the top of the box. It still looked a bit like a stoppable shot, but Lutweiler was unable to stop it. Yep. I think a little faster reflexes there, he could have stopped that. But our defense shifted, our midfield shifted way too much to the right. Left that guy open on the left-hand side. And we paid for it. Paid for a little bit of a lack of discipline right there. So now Sweden can do what they do. And they can try to hold on to the ball. And they can try to, just waste time. Okay. 40 minutes coming into the end of halftime here. We'll see if Sweden switches things up or not. Cabra's not playing too well. Guidetti, slight injury for Sweden, so they could change formations now if they really felt like it. 1 minute left in the half. And there it is. Okay, we got 53% of possession. That's good. 7 shots, 4 on target. I mean, it's been a pretty even half. They just got that first goal. Millar is booked. Norman is booked. Okay. Tactics. Are we going to do anything differently tactics-wise? We could go positive here. Try to hold on to the ball. Give that a shot. I think I just... let's look at Tomori. Has his... Yeah, he's improved to quite poor. How about that? That's good. Excellent. Way to go. So we'll leave him in. He's improved his mood by playing a game, so we're okay with that. Maybe we can give him a rousing pep talk at halftime and get him into the slightly okay territory. Millar with the yellow, Norman with the yellow. I think that's okay. Let's get to the dressing room. Pep talk. This might be a friendly, but you're losing key battles. This might be a friendly, but I expect better than you. Go out for a better second half. Okay. Can we talk to Tomori? Oh, he already looks fired up. So let's not talk anymore. Tomori's fired up. Let's go. It's all we ever wanted. It's a fired up Tomori. And there goes Davies with a big tackle. I guess he was fired up coming out of the half as well. Okay, if nothing comes of this, we can switch out formations and give something else a try. Augustinsson to Forsberg. Okay, they're going to boot it downfield. That was not a great pass. There we go. Team Canada, let's start the counterattack. Miller, let's go, boys. Let's go. Get it forward. Norman, he's surrounded and tackled. Here comes Sweden on the counterattack. We got a mega highlight on our hands here. What is this nonsense? Tamori, good tackle. Lutweiler, good stop. What? No, he got all ball. Come on. That was an excellent defensive tackle. How can you call that a penalty? I feel bad about that. That's no good. Okay, skip that. Pause that. We're going to make some tactical changes. So, we're going to go formation number 2. We're going to go on the attack. I'm going to make him, let's see, Cavallini. We can put him on attack as a target man. That's fine. And then I think we'll take Tamori out. He got the penalty. He's going to get incredibly frustrated again. We'll bring Ahmed, the youngster, in, the Vancouver player. He's up to 3 stars now, 1.7 million. Pretty good player. You know, he still has lots of room to improve as well, so I'm excited about his future. Anybody else? Anybody else we need to get out of there? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, so we will confirm those changes. Okay, and play. What is this? Pep talk? Show me what you got. Okay. Anyway, get out. Ahmed seemed demotivated. That's no good. Here we go. Throw in from Sweden. Opening it up like this could leave us vulnerable. Stormberg sends it in. This Nygren character has not been doing well. Let's see, opponent instructions. Where's Nygren? Yeah, he's a new guy. He came in. That's why he's beating us, because he's not marked. That's upsetting. Got to be more on the ball when they bring in guys. T-Bert is injured. You have an injured player on the field. Well, let me sub him out. Okay, so that's not good. So we got Arfield on the bench. We can bring him in. This has gone from, you know, a pretty decent first half to a disastrous second half. What's happening here? Arfield, get in there. Confirm. Thank you. Ugh, it's suddenly just falling apart. Here we go. Let's get one back. Jaguar. That's not how you get one back, but nope. None of our guys go for the ball. We're going to give them a shout. Demand more. None of our guys are going for the ball. There we go. Cabra. Cavallini, let's go. Let's get the counterattack going. You've got your man going forward. Let's hit Millar. Come on, Davies. You can do it. Davies going to take it himself. Drop it off to Arfield with the shot and the goal. The old man comes in and shows us how it's done. Playing box-to-box midfielder is probably not what he should be doing at 32 years old. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do. So Davies slices through the defense, just sort of drops it off to Arfield. One-timer, scores. Top shelf. All right, boys. A bit late, but you know what? If we get a couple of more, all is forgiven. it still seems like a pretty even game. They've just gotten some, I don't want to call them lucky goals. That penalty was unfortunate. It should be 2-1 right now. He looked offside. Also, we have Lutweiler in goal, so that's probably not what we wanted either against Sweden. Definitely have to remember to play Borgen against Chile and see if that makes a big difference, which it might. Go Forsberg sends another one in. Lutweiler gets the stop, sort of. And then an own goal, perhaps. Yes. Again, we're falling apart. This is not what I wanted to see at all. Forsberg sends it in. Isaac unmarked at the back post. And then who is that? That's most likely Jaguar. He likes to slide. I'm going to assume that was Jaguar with the own goal. Davies is now injured. What is happening? We are literally falling to pieces. Body parts strewn about the pitch. Unfortunate going on. Ahmed gets a yellow. I mean, that's all we need now, is we just need somebody to get a red card, right? And then our disaster will be complete. 76 minutes. Still putting pressure on him. That's good. Let's win this ball. Let's win this ball. Nope, Nygren. There we go. Ahmed with a nice tackle. Way to go, young man. Yellow card and all. Managed to get in front of him. Here we go. Lutweiler just sort of lazily pops it forward. None of our players are there. Isaac again behind the defense. Another great tackle. That time from Cabra. So our fullbacks are playing well right now anyway. I think they got beat for 2 of those goals, but Ahmed, another good play there. Isaac just hanging out in front of the goal. Nobody there marking him. Nobody there pushing him around. He just sort of stood there. I mean, that was great discipline on his part. So he's offside there. Ahmed is keeping him onside. He just stands. He just stands there. You know, staying onside. He realized where he was. Ouch. Ouch. This is disheartening. So it definitely shows that we can't go attacking against these guys. It's just not going to work. Isaac, ugh. It's now getting embarrassing. It's now getting embarrassing. Let's drop back to the 4-4-2. Six to 1 in a friendly is no good. Here we go. Arfield. Let's send one in. Millar is injured. Well, not injured. He's fouled. We'll let Arfield take the penalty. He's earned it. He's earned it. He's been a driving force since he came into the game, so that's good news. 82 minutes, and he scores 6-2. You know, not good. Not what we wanted, that's for sure. Ouch. Okay. So I think we've learned that attacking is not the way to go. So there's the formation I thought they were going to play this whole time. 4-2-2-2 wide, I guess. The open circle formation. 86 minutes. Jaguar wins it. An aggressive play there. Gets it to Millar. Drops it to Arfield. Been our big playmaker here, Osario. Come on, let's do something here, boys. Centers to Norman, who's wide open. He's got Cabra out wide. He gets it to him. Good vision there from Norman. Cabra looking to make a play. He sends it back post. Millar can't get it. Brim is there, and he scores. Charles Andreas Brim, Cab Calloway. He's been taking, he's been playing very well for Vancouver. He's been sort of taking charge offensively, being more aggressive now that he's a little older, a little more comfortable. And you can see here he doesn't hesitate. He just lines it up. Cross goal, far post. There we go, 6-3. I think we might have to get rid of formation number 2 in our arsenal and come up with something different. There's Lutweiler, can't make a stop there. Again, it's Isaac. Again, it's an own goal. They're calling that an own goal from Cabra. But basically, that's like Isaac's fourth goal. He heads it in. Lutweiler makes the save, but it bounces off Cabra at the near post. That's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. 7-3 is much worse than 6-3. Not that either of those scores are any good at all. You know, I don't know that we can put this all down to goalkeeping. Maybe some of this is goalkeeping, but also I think we made some serious mistakes. Some serious mistakes. Going attacking in formation number 2 was probably not a great idea either. So, coaching mistake, player mistakes, all kinds of mistakes. Lucky this was only a friendly, you know, because if we did this in a real tournament, I'm pretty sure I would get fired for that. So that's no good. Ouch. Okay. So, Canada fall to Sweden in defeat. Tibert injured on Canada duty. 3 to 4 week hamstring. Yeah, we'll put Tibert on the disabled list. I don't know that we're going to get to replace him in the lineup or not. Probably not. No, I don't think so. Okay, so we'll pause it here and get to the Sweden game, or the Chile game, and see if we can play a little better. Okay, we're back for our game versus Chile. A lot of things have happened in this like 4 or 5 days between matches. First of all, North American Nations League has started up again, and Mexico has beaten Jamaica 2-0 in the semi-finals, so that's good for Mexico, I guess. And then USA is going to go up against Honduras, so it could be another USA versus Mexico matchup in the finals of yet another competition. So I guess that's good for that rivalry. Way to go. Now, some other issues that have popped up in Canadian soccer is there have been a couple of games from our youngsters. The under-20s played a game versus Chile's under-23. Got a 2-2 draw in the friendly. Some interesting players have played there. Julian Dunn, 21-year-old center back, played pretty well. You know, he's looking okay. He's getting some playing time now at Toronto FC, so that's good. Faria got called up, another guy we traded. This time we traded him to Montreal. He played pretty good, got an assist, a couple of key passes, a 7.3 rating, so he played very well. Colin, one of our innumerable Colin brothers, Simon Colin this time, he got a call up. Let's see, anybody else? Melvin plays for Minnesota. Not too familiar with this guy. Alan Melvin, central midfielder. Good passing, good vision. So another sort of playmaking midfielder. Is this Baloo? Is this correct? Baloo's only 22 years old? Is that for real? I thought he was much older than that. Anyway, okay. Good call up for the under-23s, I guess. Let's see. Dave Berg, Jausa, Darren Sr. This guy has been lighting it up for Vancouver, and he's lighting it up for the under-23s as well. Look at him. He's improving. He's getting better. He's one of the few guys at Vancouver who's training well in this part of the season. Usually at this part of the season, it's very difficult to train. Senior's playing well. He got a goal, 8.0 rating. Outstanding. Good game, my man. Let's see. I think the under-20s had a match against Chile as well, and a 4-4 draw versus Chile for our under-20s. Again, just a lot of goals. Another one of our players, Daniel Valente, 2 goals. Promising young striker. You can see his training isn't going quite as well right now. He's got a fickle personality. We got him in a mentoring group to try and straighten that out. But he is an exciting young prospect. And getting 2 goals against Chile is a pretty good place to start. So the under-20s have played. We didn't have any Vancouver games, but that's for the best because most of our guys are playing in international competition in one form or another. So here we are. We have not played Chile before today, so this will be our first matchup. Take a look at them real quick. Look at their value. They got some pretty high value guys, not like tremendously high. They got, they're very comparable to us in terms of player value. Alexis Sanchez, playing for Man United, is their number 1 player. 33 years old now. Physical's dropping off a little bit, but he's still extremely talented, especially strong mentally. Flair, determination, vision, bravery, aggression, technique is very strong. So he's still an outstanding player even at 33 years old. Nicolas Castillo, 29 years old, playing for Celtic. Also very good, much stronger physically. Yeah, not quite the same mentally or technically, but still very good. So Chile, very good. They are 24th world ranked. Head coach Ronaldo Rueda, formerly of the Brazilian League. He's a Colombian coaching Chile. He's a very good coach. Very good working with youngsters. Very sound technically, tactical. Yeah, he's definitely a good coach. So we got our work cut out for us today. Let's get to our team selection. And here we go. We're going with the 4-4-2. It sort of worked a little bit against Sweden. We got a couple of goals using it against Sweden, mostly on set pieces, but I guess that's kind of what we have to do. So let's go. As you can see, we got a couple of guys playing out of position. We had to call up a couple of guys because of our injuries. So we called up Jeff Anunye, young 19-year-old midfielder. Basically, he was match fit. There wasn't a ton of match fit midfielders that we could choose from. So brought him up. He's had some under 21 caps. I think he's been in another friendly before, but I don't think he's had a real cap for Team Canada. And then we brought up Shamit Shom, another guy we brought into Vancouver. He's playing pretty well for Vancouver. He's not training particularly well right now. But again, he was match fit, so we brought him up. Couple of midfielders because I knew we were going to go with the 4-4-2, so I figured why not have some more midfielders, especially with Piet also coming back from an injury, and yeah, problems. So Chile's going with a 4-2-3-1 with 2 defensive midfielders. Now I looked at our pre-match scouting report of Chile, and basically it said against the 4-4-2 they were very good at creating 7 chances a match. But then against the 4-4-2, they were also weak in giving up 7 chances a match. So it's like, what do we do here? Do we go with the 4-4-2 because that's what our scouting report says? I decided to go with it because that was the information we had available with us. So we just got to hope that our defense can play a little better, definitely better than we played against Sweden. But go out there, show me what you got. But better than their opponents have recently played against them. So, Tunnel Talk. Borjan takes the captain's armband. He's a natural choice. Get out. I didn't do our opposition instructions here. Let's see, what do we got going on? So, this guy, this guy, this guy. Not never. Okay, there we go. There we go. Confirm changes. All right, so Chile is in the red with the blue socks. We are in the all whites. So I guess we're playing in Chile. CAP Talcahuano. Talcahuano. Sure, why not? Not quite heard of this stadium before. I'm not familiar with Chilean football, as it might not be surprising. All right, so Chile's got the possession right now. 2 shots to 1. Not a lot happening early in this match. They had a few players who had limitations, so they're going to have to make some subs at halftime. Better off playing Jonathan David at a more familiar position. Yeah, well, we don't have a lot of options at the moment. Might take him out at half for Osario. Schmidt shown winning a header. But Chile gets it right back, sends it in. Good play. Hamilton, let's go. Hamilton is not particularly match fit. Brim getting it forward. Is he going to dribble into trouble? He is, but he gets fouled. No call. Come on, referee. That was a trip, without a doubt. There should be a button where you can yell at the ref, not just shout at your own teammates. Henry wins the header, but now he's a little bit out of position. Let's get back on defense, my man. Brisma sends it in. Vargas, nope, he's triple covered. Arfield heads it out to no avail. How did he miss that goal? I thought that was clear. Easy goal. Enriquez. How did you miss, my dude? Low composure. Probably only got like 10 composure. Universidad de Chile. Interesting. All right, Chile gets a corner out of it. Arguez sends one in. That was too easy. Diaz to Vidal. That was way too easy. You know, I thought we had changed out these corner plays. Gonna have to do it again, I guess, because they keep coming back to that corner play, and we keep getting scored on from that corner play. So I don't know if there's a way to delete the base play, or we just have to change it. You know, I've imported in some plays, or at least I thought I did. Maybe I have to do it again. Our field's been booked. Okay. You know, because it's hard to gauge how well your team is playing if you keep getting scored on set pieces. There we go. There's a good play. Brim sends it forward. Hundle on the run. Oh, the goalkeeper's out of position. Hundle's got to score here. Nope. Oh, if he'd have hit that early, he could have caught the keeper way out of position. Shamit Shom, send it in. Vargas sends it out. Good steal there. Brim is all over the place. He's making some good plays. But there ends our highlight. So that was our best chance by far. 1 minute left in the half. Zlatkovic to Hamilton. Back to Zlatkovic. You know, Zlatkovic and Brim have a partnership out there on the left-hand side. Arfield sends one forward. David getting forward, and David scores. That's what we needed. Even it up right before halftime. Who says we need to play him at a familiar position? We've got him on the right wing on attack. So, you know, maybe at halftime we could bring Osario in on the right and move David up to take Hundle's place. You know, so he can do a bit more of that. Good play. So there we go. First half comes to a close. And we actually look like the better team a little bit. You know, similar in shots. They've got a few more shots. But we got 54% of possession somehow. You know, playing our layback defensive style. So we're just probably keeping it in our own end. We've got a good number of touches of the ball in the penalty area. Struggle for possession in opponent's half. Daniel Henry has lost possession quite a bit. Okay. Let's take a look at these tactics real quick. Arfield's got the yellow card. You know, the problem with taking out Hundle is he is our most fit guy, 88%. So it's like it's hard to want to take him out. We could take Arfield out with that yellow card, but you know, he's a veteran. He should be able to stay in there for a little while. I think right now we won't make any changes. We'll just go to the dressing room. Borjan with 3 saved shots. Let's be passionate. Time for everyone to give everything you got. There we go. We got some motivated boys. Let's see. Corners. Can we import? Where's defend? This is defend. Route 1. Load routine. Routine defend left. There we go. On the right side. Okay, that's fine. We'll stick with that. All right, start the second half. We'll just, at halftime, we're going to implement a new corner defense. How's that? How's that for coaching? Who else would even attempt something like that? I don't know. Probably just a maniac or a genius. Which one am I? Only time will tell. They're starting to dominate. 9 shots, 10 shots. We do have more possession, but possession isn't always everything if it's mostly in your half, which it probably is. Is there like action zones? Yeah, there we go. I'm still not 100% sure how to read this. So it looks like we've got 35% possession in the midfield, only 5% possession on their side of the field, whereas they have 10% possession on our side. So that's, you know, that's a bit of a disconnect there. They got twice as much possession in our half than we have in their half. It's not necessarily what we want. Okay. Hundle and Hamilton aren't playing particularly well. We can shout. We can encourage. How about that? There we go. Fired up by a little bit of encouragement. You can do it. Let's go, Hamilton. Let's see if you can do something out there, buddy. 77 minutes. Are we going to have nothing but draws against Chile? 80 minutes. Do we play for the win? Or what? What do we do here? Let's bring in Cavallini for Hamilton. Let's bring in Osario for David. Bring in Norman for Arfield. Anything else we want to do? I think we'll stick with that for now. See if we can get a little extra juice in there. They've subbed out quite a few players. Opposition instructions here. See, one thing about this formation that we play, it's not as necessary that we tightly mark everybody like it is. Like, it's absolutely necessary in the other formation, because that's basically how we play defense when we're high pressing. You know, the way we play defense is tightly marking these jugheads who come after us. And when we don't tightly mark them, then they just run free, and you've seen the consequences of that. So it's a little bit more of playing on the razor's edge, but when we're sitting back in the 4-4-2, not so much. All right, 2 minutes of stoppage time. Get the ball out to Osario. Can't get it to Cavallini, but Norman, Shamit Shom. Cavallini out wide, Brim. Great touch to get inside. He's got 4 men rushing forward. Shamit Shom's going for it. Shamit Shom cannot score. Wow, we had 4 guys just charging forward. Cornelius to Shamit Shom. This is a weird highlight. Okay. Hundle is boxed in. He's got nowhere to go, and he turns it over. 30 seconds to go. Ahmed with a steal. Try to bomb it forward, but Zlatkovic is there. Calmly plays it, I guess, if you can call that calm. Borjan bombs it downfield. Norman wins the header. Okay, Chile's playing hot potato with it. Cavallini fouled by Martinez. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. He's going to get a card of some sort. No, the ref's going to just tell him to calm down. Calm down, my dude. It's just a friendly. So it looks like a 1-1 draw. So what do we take from this? What do we take from this? A 7-3 defeat to Sweden, which things just got out of control. And then a 1-1 draw versus Chile. I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess one thing we can take away is the formations. Formation number 2 is not going to work. It leaves us too exposed. So we got to come up with something else. We got to fix our corner plays, make sure all of our corner plays are fixed. And we got to find a way to score some more goals. You know, I keep giving Hundle opportunities because ratings-wise, he's one of the best strikers in Canada. There's just no way around it. He's just not scoring goals, and that's a problem for a striker, as I've mentioned before. Anyway, Chile labor to a draw. So we'll see. David plays well for Canada, gets his goal, 7.5 rating. You know, maybe this is the answer, putting David up top in the 4-4-2. I don't know. We got some things to think about. Schedule a few more friendlies. I don't know if there's going to be any competitions coming up. So we'll schedule a few more tough friendlies for the middle of the year and see what happens. Next up on the calendar, I do believe, see, there's nothing going on here for Team Canada. So next up on the list will probably be more North American Champions League. We've got Houston to play against in the Champions League in the semifinals. So that should be fun. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.